My main live guitar has been this one here, the Bellman Albatross, for probably 20 odd years now. This guitar is probably more famous than I am, actually. Every time I don't play it, I have lots of people send me messages saying, "Where's the green guitar?" So there it is, Bellman Albatross. And as far as amps go, I used to play Vox AC30s or Fender DeVilles, but these days I am using the Fender ToneMaster Pro amp modeler. This thing here is an absolute beast. It's got dozens of different amps in it, tons of different cabs in it, heaps of effects pedals. But the best thing about it is, if you want to change anything, the buttons actually work as knobs as well. So if you just want some more drive on a distortion pedal or whatever, you just turn the knob and it goes up. As far as studio equipment goes, this has to be my ultimate piece of equipment. It is an original Lindrum Mark II drum machine. There it is right there, can you see that? Lindrum Mark II, hang on, check this out. That's what it's all about. All those classic 80s records are made on that. All the Prince records, all the Phil Collins records, all the George Michael records, and so on and so forth. With that drum machine right there, the Lindrum Mark II. I tend to black out the bad things that have ever happened to me on stage, but twice over the last year, I've got this unreal pink suit that I wear, and last year at Brighter Days Festival, I was leaping back up onto the stage because I run around the audience and stuff, and I was leaping back up onto the stage and I split my pants from crotch to bum, like all the way right around, and had to do the rest of the gig with my Step 1 undies hanging out, so it was a bit embarrassing. So yes, it has happened. Personally, I can't wait for Wanstock this week, and playing with a whole bunch of other bands has always been my favourite thing to do, whether it's festivals overseas or here in Australia, and getting some of the best Australian bands together to play, on a multiple bill. It's really what music's all about. It's about that coming together of different types of people and different types of bands, and when you play on those multiple bills, you really, you lift your standard up a little bit because your peers are right there on side of stage watching you, and, you go that little bit extra. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that this week. My approach to the set list this week is I've just released an album a few weeks ago called Live at the Espy, where we recorded a Taxiride show at the Espy in St Kilda, and the album runs for like 57 minutes without any talking or anything like that. So basically this week I'm going to play the album in its entirety. So opening with Get Set, closing with Creeping Up Slowly, and the stuff in between is going to be a surprise, unless you have the album. As I mentioned before, I have just put out a new album, so we started to tour that. But it's, that's that's an album of songs I've had in the past. I'm working on some new music now. I'm working on a couple of new projects with some amazing people. That's going to happen towards the end of the year. That band's called Monster, and it has some monster Australian musicians in it. So I'm looking forward to bringing that one out. Till then, you're going to have to wait around and see.